How do you answer to the fact that there's so many sects, like the Catholics, there's the Orthodox, the Protestants? Some of them deny the Eucharist, some of them deny that God was of one nature. Who's right? Because if one of them's wrong, then, they're not following what Christ taught, and what's worse than to make a lie of God? So which one of them are right? Which one's the way that's following the way of Christ?
Yep. Does anybody have perfect knowledge of biology? Does anybody have perfect knowledge of chemistry? Does anybody have perfect knowledge of U.S. history or African history? No. To think and to demand that I have perfect knowledge in any field of knowledge is so naive and so out of touch with reality. It's raw human arrogance. And if you have a professor who tells you, oh, I know everything there is to know about psychology, I would encourage you to drop the class. The dude's out to lunch. John 17, Jesus prayed, Father, I pray that believers would be one so the world might know that you'd sent me. So it was not Christ's idea that we divide as Christians. Rather, it was his idea that we be united and that we love each other and that we learn to accept each other in spite of our differences. That is the accurate definition of tolerance. You don't tolerate me for giving you $100. You tolerate me if I steal $100, then you offer me forgiveness and you say, I'm not just going to cancel you, Cliffe. Hopefully we're going to rebuild the trust that was broken by you stealing $100 from me.
Since Christ is the last way, there's no one after Christ, because there's no one going to come after literal God on earth. What if he preserved the right way on the face of the earth because there's no one coming after him? So why would there have been the Arians and the Nestorians and the Gnostics saying, no, Christ is one nature, or Christ is two natures, or Christ is none of these natures? Would they not preserved it?
Why have you created me in such a way that I can demean them with my chauvinistic attitude? Answer, because it's impossible for God to create me with a free will and then program how I'm going to treat these two ladies. Impossible, irrational. It's about as dumb as saying, hey, God, if you're all powerful, I'm sure you can make 2 + 2 = 5. No, God cannot make 2 + 2 = 5. Why? Because God is not illogical. God cannot lie, we read in the Bible. Not because God doesn't have a free will, but because God's character is holy and good. Therefore, God cannot lie. But God chose to limit his power by creating me with a free will so I can lie or I can tell the truth. I can have a sexist chauvinistic attitude towards these two ladies, or I can respect them as human beings created in the image of God. I don't have to do either.